Hi everyone, Jack here and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be talking all about the future of the UK's largest theme park, Alton Towers, including what their next secret weapon roller coaster might be. If you like today's video, then please like it. Thank you very much to the over 400 people who have now subscribed to the channel, and please do comment below with your ideas and what you'd do if you were in charge of the theme park, like I'm going to do today. Without further ado, let's get straight into the future of Alton Towers. I'll run through the theme park area by area for now, and let's start with Katanga Canyon, where I could see this area getting a big upgrade in the coming years. The theme of Katanga Canyon is one of my favourites and that should absolutely stay, but it is in need of some TLC and some new theming, especially around the Congo River Rapids. I'd also like them to get hold of some new boats, like the ones on the Adventure Cove River Rapids at Drayton Manor, and this should enable them to turn the waterfalls and water effects back on again. They could even change the name of the ride slightly and sell it as a whole new experience. In Gloomy Wood now, there's a possible enterprise ride, and I do remember as well that there used to be plans to build a motorbike coaster in the area where people are riding on broomsticks. I think it would be awesome if they looked into this again. As you can see on this overhead Google Earth image, the area of Gloomy Wood isn't exactly short on space by any means, and with it being a launch coaster, everything can stay close to the ground and it can be adapted into the area much easier. They could put the station and queue line area off the Haunted Hollow walkway and take advantage of some of the land left over from where the flume used to be that wasn't used for the Wicker Man. The majority of the ride could probably stay in that area actually, and then do a lap around the woods and past the dual ghost train, either at the start or end of the ride. The Forbidden Valley is one of, if not the biggest and best area in the whole theme park, and it's got loads of potential to get even better. The Nemesis inverted coaster should never be removed in my view, but Merlin could certainly have a look at Galactica. While it is a good roller coaster, it's not one of the best or most iconic rides at Alton Towers, and if a site needs clearing for a new ride, it wouldn't greatly surprise me if this one is chosen. I want the replacement roller coaster to be launched and focus on offering a good experience instead of some obscure gimmick that they can come up with, because let's be honest, there aren't very many things left with the roller coaster technology we've got right now that haven't already been done. And I think that the focus should always stay with being a good ride that's fun and packs a punch. A multi-launch coaster would be perfect, and I think that for price and quality, the Coma are really hard to beat right now, and they could keep adding more and more launches to it if they are desperate for a record, but given the fact that in order for a world record they'd need more than 5 launches, I'm assuming that they'll probably stick with beating Icon at the Pleasure Beach and having a UK record with 3. Elements on the ride will probably include lots of drops and launches above and dug below ground into tunnels, as well as a few snappy ejector airtime moments, a batwing element at the entrance to the ride, and maybe some corkscrews and overhead stalls as well. Over at the Blade Pit, I'd like to see that ride move to somewhere else in the park. To be honest, it'll probably either be Mutiny Bay or X Sector, and the area be adapted to add an S&S free spin as a roller coaster to come in between secret weapon roller coasters that will probably be spaced out by quite a while. It could be a replacement to the Ripsaw ride in a way, just like with what King's Dominion did, and it would be a Europe's first that will go down very well in the UK, as it's a whole new kind and redesign of the roller coaster as most people know it, and most will have never seen anything like this before. Quite an effective filler addition to the park if you ask me, and I'm looking forward to giving one of these rides a go as soon as possible because they look like great fun. The chances of this happening might not be very likely, but it sure would be great if they did do one day, and the smaller and cheaper model of this ride would do just fine. Over in X Sector, there is the option for the Blade to be moved down here, and it would mean that they basically have to do no retheming of the ride whatsoever if they did, but in terms of new flat rides, I'd like to see an ABC Rides Tourbillon. The way that these rides look and function will make it a very easy and natural fit in X Sector, and with it being a very impressive ride to watch, it will probably be very easy for them to advertise this and get new people into the park. This ride would, as far as I'm aware, be a Europe's first for them as well. Only issue with this is that I have heard a few mixed reviews about these from people who've ridden them abroad, and they have been known to be a bit unreliable sometimes as well. Hopefully these issues have been ironed out by now, but if not, a Zamperla disco would also be a good fit in X sector, and I guess the benefit in having one of these instead is that the ride is a bit tamer, so a wider range of people will be able to go on it. The last major area of the theme park left for us to talk about is the Dark Forest. It doesn't look particularly brilliant as it is right now, but I have a feeling that it could be quite a while before this area gets a major overhaul. The problem is that the 13 roller coaster, while a very good ride, has quite an unusual theme and storyline to it that, let's be honest, would be quite a challenge to build into any sort of other theme in the area. The Dark Forest name and theme could stay, just with the removal of Rita whenever a new launch coaster happens. I'm not convinced that it would even be replaced by another roller coaster, to be honest, but if it is, a new ride concept such as an S&S Axis coaster could provide the perfect secret weapon fit that gives an exciting experience and has a unique element to it as well. Along with this, given the rented funfair rides this year, it's clear that Merlin are starting to realise that flat rides are an important part of a theme park, and are not only great fun, but also help to reduce the waiting times for all the other rides, and easily at least one could be worked into the area. If they can dig down or get planning permission for a small one, an SBF drop tower would be a cool ride for the area that always goes down well wherever they're built, and when I've had a go on a couple of these rides in the past, I've always had a good time on them too. There we have it then, that's what I'd like to see go to Alton Towers over the coming years, and in the past I have had a bit of a tendency to get a bit carried away with myself and build my dream theme park, but I do think that I've managed to keep it within the realms of possibility today. It's always good fun talking about the future of different theme parks, and that's one of my favourite things to do on this channel, so if you'd like to see more then I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed and gave the video a like if you liked it. Thank you very much, and please do leave your ideas for what you'd do if you were in charge of Alton Towers in the comment section below, as I'm always really interested to see what you guys think, and you'll probably have come up with some cool ideas that haven't even crossed my mind. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.